Sigrid, welcome to the Dating Orange podcast. I'm your host, the Dating Orange, and today we are talking to a very special person indeed. He's a friend of mine who, through no fault nor kink of his own, seems to mostly attract women who are into BDSM. And it's gotten to such a point that he has actually had to install a rig in his bedroom for all of the kinky women that want a bit of him. And because of this, I have lovingly coined him the BDSM Magnet.
That's as good a start as I use.
I think that is the best way to describe you, like. Because you said, what, more than half of the women that you meet? More than half?
Yeah, well, like, everyone's got a kink.
Yeah,
None of them really asked to be into it, I assume.
what is BDSM?
What actually goes on? Bondage, domination, bit of sadism, bit of masochism.
So, sadism is enjoying putting pain onto other people,
Mm-hmm.
and masochism is enjoying pain on yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not into any of this.
I wouldn't say that exactly.
You don't seek it out, though.
Oh, no, I don't seek it out. Jesus, it's quite an intimidating thing to approach someone with, don't you think?
Well, those women don't seem to mind it. They don't mind to approach it.
Yeah, this is it. I can't figure out why.
You have, obviously, a look to yourself. That look to yourself that looks like that you'd enjoy a bit of BDSM.
I suppose I do have a couple of, I got a nipple piercing and that, I suppose, yeah.
I'm sure they wouldn't have known that before they asked. Or how often are they asking?
Oh, no.
Or like, how quickly are they asking? Sorry.
Oh, some of them is just straight off the bat.
And what we're talking about here, like Tinder, Hinge and Bumble.
No.
No, not Tinder, because you're banned off Tinder. But Hinge and Bumble.
Well, the last Tinder date I got, yeah, she was into it. And more extreme.
Go on, give us a taste of the extreme there. Story wise, I mean.
Well, she was into a lot of stuff, but, you know, that was some of it. But then she also had a bit of a rape fantasy.
Rape fantasy.
Mm.
And you did that for her.
Well, yeah. But can't say I was already happy about it.
How many times?
She wanted an evening of it. I said, you're getting one night.
Even only.
Yeah.
And
How often are you being with a lad and he's wanted to stick it up your the wrong end, you know?
why would you call that a kink?
Yeah, why wouldn't it be?
I'm doing a lot of thinking here. I really want to know. Maybe 20%. But all of my long-term boyfriends, which would have taken up most of my life, so they all wanted it. And it was a no from me. They can fuck off, like, fuck's sake.
Oh, yeah.
So that's a bit of fucking sadism there. That is sadism.
Oh, yeah. Well, it have to be. If your partner's not into it, like.
But you're like, it's obvious, it's painful, like, it's painful. And then they were just like, oh, you know, like, we'll take it slow and we'll lube you up. I'm like, but like, I wouldn't be like pushing you to shove something up your arse if you said it was painful.
It's actually an agreement I tend to have with a lot of them. It's like, I'm not going to shove anything up your arse, but you are definitely not stuffing it up my arse.
Do they also want to do that as well? Pagan.
Some of them wanted to. It's been a flat out fucking no.
And is there any, like, what else is there now? Gimp suits, ball gags.
Yeah, there was one of them into PVC.
Did you try it? Oh, you didn't? You just said no.
Oh, she wore the PVC. I'm not wearing it.
Oh, okay. There's a line that you won't cross. And
Like, I'm not fucking stretching myself. The logistics of getting into PVC. Think about it.
No, the thought of it is actually making me cringe. Would you get into the suit in a separate room and then have to come in?
You have to imagine it shattered the illusion.
Oh, yeah.
Sensuality of the evening, you know.
Sensuality is the last word I would use to describe that.
Well, I don't know. Look, people to be into things, you know. Story about a friend of mine now. He's 78. He was telling me this brilliant story, so I said I'd tell it to you.
Okay.
Because I think you'll get a great kick out of it. So he was over in the UK and he was staying at his friend owned this hotel. And he was friends with the guy that used to run the reception of this hotel. And he met up with this lady that he knew, and she had an outfit for him. So he had to have these big sort of scary looking boots on him, went up to his knees, and a cape, and his leather devil mask that just covered like his jaw. She would ask him to wrap her in bubble wrap and tie her up and do all these mad things to her.
What was her kink then? Being murdered?
No, being rode by the devil whilst trapped in bubble wrap.
Oh my God, stop.
And she used to love it apparently because the bubbles would pop and she'd say it felt like having a second skin.
What the fuck?
But that's not even the best part. What happened was he went outside to smoke a cigarette. He got locked out when he went back to the hotel room. He was banging at the door for ages and there was loud music going on in the room. And she couldn't hear him at the door. This couple who was coming back from dinner came up the corridor and found him. He turned around wearing the mask and everything. The woman screamed and fainted in the corridor.
Oh, for fuck.
Other people came out of their hotel rooms and he was there. No pants on him. A pair of fucking tie-high boots. The cape and the devil mask.
78, like.
Yeah.
Not fucking giving up.
No, why would you? Would you admit defeat? Fuck that.
Why do you think it's become so popular?
Oh, why do I think it's become so popular? I blame 50 Shades.
Yeah, of course.
But before 50 Shades came out, I was kind of doing this, so.
How long is it? Like, generally?
What do you mean, how long is it?
How long is it going on for? Like 2 hours?
Generally, yeah, at least. Jesus. It's not just about, smacking someone up or burning them or something like that. You don't necessarily burn them, but
Jesus, have you been burning them?
kind of.
I can't. I was fucking can't. No,
I've got this oxyacetylene torch up in the room, because I left it there when I was welding up the thing. No, I'm only messing. No.
Oh my God, what? I was not even surprised at this stage.
No. There's these candles you can get, and you can drip them on someone, but they're designed in such a way you can actually peel it off the skin nice and neat. It's not like using a normal wax candle. Kind of sticks to your partner like plastic.
Okay.
So stuff like that, or you can use ice. Instead of using whips, you could use a bunch of flowers.
Have you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Flowers,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
is there thorns on them?
I'm not trying to be a dick. I don't go around trying to scare people.
I just feel like that's gone the opposite way now.
Well,
Flowers. I'd actually just find it humorous, I'd say. Give us a lowdown on the props.
what props?
Yeah.
I don't know, you don't. Why, you don't want my props, do you? Or my inventory list?
Just give us a little
I don't know, you get things. You get the
inventory.
paddles, you get handcuffs, braces, I'm fucking gauntlet sort of round the wrist or ankle sort of dailies. Obviously ropes. But you don't want to be using something like bale and twine that's gonna cut your partner up, you want nice sort of cotton ropes. That makes sense.
Very considerate.
No, but that's, again, you don't want to have someone leaving your bedroom and they're all cuts and bruises, do you?
And like you're...
I mean, for me, that's a dangerous look. I get pegged as some sort of an abuser or something. You don't want that either.
I think, I feel like you're a bit paranoid about that though.
I have to be. I'm a dude. Dudes should be thinking about this stuff. Or maybe it'd make a lot of them be a bit more respectful.
Now this is a warning to my family and it is no joke. I genuinely want you to stop listening now, and you only have yourself to blame if you continue. The only dealings I've had with that was with a fella I knew from college, so a long time ago now, and we had shifted a good few times. Lovely fella. Went back to his apartment one night, but before we went back, we were actually just out chatting and drinking, and he told me that he's this new lifestyle and he goes to parties, like sub-dom parties, orgies, where he's tied up and there's multiple people at him. At this stage, I didn't know that I was going to be going home and riding him that night. But anyway, as the night went on, that is what happened.
It piqued your interest.
No, I just got drunker. Now, weirdly, throughout the night, he asked me, like, if you had to pick, would you be sober dom? And I was like, well, I don't really do practice that. Like, and he was like, but if you had to pick, and he was like, I think you'd be Dom. And then after that, then he was going hell for leather trying to get me back to the apartment then when he heard that. So he went back, and if somebody asked you to spit in their mouth and you hadn't done it before,
Right.
how would you do it? Like,
Well, you wouldn't phlegm in their mouth, so.
but it wasn't phlegm.
Oh, well, no.
It wasn't. Well,
But it's all good.
like, would you shoot it or dribble it?
Oh, shit, we can get it out of the way, maybe.
Yeah, when I dribbled it.
Jesus.
And then I went to one of the other girls the next day, went around the table, and I asked them, like, and they were like, oh, I've never spat in someone's mouth before. And then they were like, I suppose I'd shoot it, like, it's shoot it in. And I was like, oh, fuck. I dribbled it like a baby dribbling food out of its mouth. It was a fucking mare. And he...
How do you receive did he take it well?
Well, he took it anyway. And then he, after about 30 seconds, flipped me over and grabbed me by the jaw and spat hard into my mouth. So then I was like, okay, fair enough. That was incorrect. Before this all happened, he asked, could he get his oil and massage me with his cock cage on? With
His what?
cock cage on. And I said, no, I was already out of my depth here. And as he also had like a nickname, he had a nickname that he didn't like being called. And I didn't realise that.
Okay.
Throughout the night, I was calling him by the nickname, and he said, I don't go by that anymore. Like, nobody calls me that. And I was like, okay, fair enough, sorry. I didn't know that you didn't like that name.
Okay.
Everyone has a nickname. While we were riding, he was asking me to choke him, spit in his mouth, and call him by the nickname.
Oh, going for a humiliation then?
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
So at this stage now, I was like pushed to my limit. So I said no. I was just riding away, depressed off my head.
Oh, on here.
Riding some fella, like I actually felt so sad for him. Like I can't get over it. I feel like I'm that he has some really
Deep-seated
issues.
thing.
Yeah. And I'm choking him, spitting on him, and calling him by a name he had just told me a few hours ago not to call him when he was in like a normal frame of mind.
Well, it's meant to be a bit of psychology behind it, so people that are into being dominated tend to be people with a lot of responsibility. So, it's common enough for single mothers, say, or women with high-profile jobs wanting to be dominated. And it's a release for them because they don't feel like they're in control. And they usually have to be in control, so this is their release. This is their allowing themselves to be out of control.
Okay.
So they get something from that. And then maybe some of the more softly spoken people will be more dominant because it's not a role they're used to playing.
Today, I'd like you to tell us about like your dating history. How unlucky in love, BDSM Magnet, like, and
Right, well, it was more or less in long relationships there, 2 long relationships, I suppose, from a teenager. Then found myself single in my late 20s. Said I'd try the online dating thing. Well, I got my first match on Tinder that actually responded and text back, so I was working about 35 miles one direction from where I lived. She was 30 miles in another direction, so got through the day's work, went home, cleaned up, went for the date. She said, oh yeah, I'm just in such a pub, go meet me in here. Go in the pub, and she's there with all her mates, and then I get interrogated and bamboozled, so I'm like, yeah, whatever, maybe this is a thing that they're trying to suss me out and make sure she's not going off with some nut job, but they're asking me all sorts of weird questions and that.
like what?
They were asking me things about work a lot because of the work I was doing at the time, and did I know such and such, or did I know anyone around that town? All these sort of in-depth questions, all about my family and dating history and things like that. That's fair enough. And then we had
And everything, like,
Huh?
are you answering just
I was just answering just wanted them at ease anyway, make sure they didn't think I was some nut job there, you know. But that was it. And then they all fucked off very suddenly. And we were having a date and went to dinner then. Carried on. She was getting quieter and quieter as the evening went on. Couldn't really figure out why. She was kind of closing up. I was like, all right, fair enough. Got to a point then. I was like, is everything all right? It's like, yeah. It was, just, you seem a lot more withdrawn than you were at the start. I've done anything and was said anything. It's like, oh, no. It's like, well, what is it then? She's like, And her and her mates had this group chat where they would deliberately go on dates with the biggest weirdos they'd assume, and then compare notes who went out with the biggest freak.
Like dinner for schmucks.
Like dinner for schmucks.
Fucking animals.
Hmm?
What age are these people?
Early 30s, all of them.
That story, like, fucking...
I couldn't believe it. Well, no, I kind of could. I don't know. I was just used to seeing things. Like, I'd always seen weird shit going down in the dating world. Because I would have been 11, babysitting for my sister. For my sister and her kid. And they'd all be in their mid-20s, all her mates. So they'd finish the day's work, they'd all congregate in our living room and chat about who they were seeing, who they were dating, who they were dumping, all this sort of thing. But they'd talk about this fella, oh, he's the nicest fella ever. Oh, I just wasn't feeling it, so I left him be. But then it became a campaign of, oh, right, let's stalk him. Let's find out where he's going. Let's see who he's talking to. Let's see what pubs he's drinking in. Where is he working? Who's he related to? All this sort of CSI, crazy FBI shit they were doing. So they could all stalk him then. And if they saw anyone chatting him up, they'd go and start fights with that person or sabotage him in any way they could.
Even though they didn't want him.
Yeah, I know. I just assumed that women did crazy things. Again, I was very inexperienced at this point.
The starting off of it, would ye have already have had normal sex before they then broached the subject? Or is it already arranged before you even met?
Oh, so very often it's prearranged.
So like you opened your front door and then they come in and like just talk me through like what
shit for a few minutes for more often than not. And
but sure you both know you're going upstairs to bait the heads off each other then.
Yeah. You still gotta suss this person out, you know. Everyone make sure they're not feeling catfished or anything like that, you know.
And you have a little BDSM relationship going at the moment now and you're happy out with it.
She's a really sweet lady.
Huh? Sweet?
Yeah. But she straight away decided she wanted to do that. Straight away, like within 6 messages.
How did she broach the subject?
Brought it up. Said, no, I want to do this. I was like, what? Yeah, I want to do this. I was like, yeah, I think I could sort that. Well, I suppose it's kind of practical now I have all the gear.
The rig. Up in the bedroom.
The rig, yeah.
How long did it take you to make it?
20 minutes.
What was it only?
Yeah, well, we're doing metal work.
And what was it? It's like a pulley. A pulley for you to suspend her in.
Not only pulleys, use carabiners.
What's it called?
Carabiner. Like a little hook sort of thing, spring-loaded latch that can't open. They're more for a safety thing. I'd explained to her how I was a little uncomfortable because she was asking for such extreme things. And I was like, well, Jesus Christ, this goes wrong. I don't want you to think I'm some sort of monster brutalising you. I don't want things going wrong. So she came up with a contract. And she sent it to me. And it was actually kind of, I was like, oh, that's really sweet. I actually feel a bit more comfortable doing this sort of thing now. So
adorbs that she would go to the lengths to make you feel more comfortable.
That's kind of hot too, though. Racy stuff in there, like, I, bloody blah, do solemnly and sincerely declare that I give permission to, bloody blah, to slap my ass and my face, to hold my head on his cock, to slap my pussy and my boobs, to gently pull my hair, to punish me if I am a naughty girl, to tie me up, and to make me his sex slave. blah de blah, must stop everything he is doing if the safe word KFC is spoken by me at any time. Any issue as to the veracity of this organisation must be reported to the competent authority. Yours sincerely, blah de blah.
KFC the cracker. When you texted me about that and you were like, I have a little wholesome BDSM story for you, I was like, how
Was that not wholesome?
like, actually, the more I thought about it, as it went on, like, when you said it to me first, I was like, there's nothing wholesome about this story, you know. But then I was like, oh yeah, fair. Like, she knows that you're a bit uncomfortable about the brutalising. And then she did that just to make you feel safer. She does sound like a nice lady.
Yes.
I hope it works out for you. And like, will you make her your girlfriend?
That's a bit of a glass coffin.
Jesus, what does that mean?
Remains to be seen.
Oh. Since the recording of this show, I'm delighted to announce that the BDSM Magnet and his lovely lady friend have made it official. They're in a relationship, and I fondly refer to them as the BDSM BFGF. Thanks for listening. Slán leat.